Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. Do you want to win 5 Funko Pop collectibles? Right now we're unveiling 2 of them. We've got a Thor from Avengers Age of Ultron. We've got a Marvel Universe, the Hulk. If you want to win these 2, plus 3 other Funko Pops, all you have to do is look in the description and there's a video outlining a contest that we're doing for this week only. So if you're watching this video a little late, you missed it, but welcome to the party. So if you want to enter, watch that video. You're going to win these 2 plus 3 more. Awesome. Wherever you are in the world, I'm going to mail them to you. So check out that video and let's dive in.
Doth mother know you weareth her drapes?
So today we are talking about Thor Ragnarok, which is Thor number 3 following Thor and Thor the Dark World. So we're going to talk about what we know so far, things that have come out from various panels and interviews, casting that's been released, and some basic ideas where the story might go. This is really meant to those of you that aren't in the loop, but you just kind of want to learn, as opposed to those of you that are on news sites all the time, because none of this is going to be new to you. I also want to warn you that this is likely going to be outdated super quick, because as soon as 1 or 2 pieces of info come out, this video is not going to mean anything. So we will do a video closer to Thor Ragnarok coming out, which will prepare you completely for that experience. So what do we know so far? We know that at the end of Thor the Dark World, Loki, Thor's brother, somehow took Odin and has taken his place. So we know that Loki is masquerading as Odin as the leader of Asgard, which will likely come into play in Ragnarok. In Age of Ultron, the last time we saw Thor, he got a vision that had to do with the destruction of Asgard and is somehow tied to the Infinity Stones. That somehow that was part of his vision, could be part of what's about to happen. So we know that Loki is in charge. Now, the funniest bit of news to come out about Thor Ragnarok is that Hulk is going to be in it. At the end of Age of Ultron, Hulk disappears. It didn't seem like he went very far, but it turns out he is likely very, very far. They have released photos of his gladiator armor, which basically confirms the fact that this is a Planet Hulk homage. I don't think it'll be the scope of Planet Hulk as a story, but basically he will at some point be a gladiator on some other planet. So how I think this is going to come to be, Loki in charge wants Thor gone, but with the power of Odin, he can likely banish him. So I imagine Thor is going to get banished to some planet where he happens to stumble upon his old friend Hulk in a gladiator ring, and they're going to have to go, at it. Basically a rematch of Avengers 1 in a gladiator ring. The big question here is, why does the Hulk need armor? It might or might not be explained in the movie. We'll see. The other casting that gives us some insight into what's about to happen here is Jeff Goldblum as a character called the Grandmaster, who is known for coordinating basically tournaments and contests where people must fight. And so Jeff Goldblum's character will likely be the one who is overseeing this gladiator arena and using all these powerful people as toys in his game. As a fun tidbit, in the comics, this character is the brother of the Collector who appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy, played by Benicio del Toro. So some people have been quoted as saying that this movie is basically a cosmic road trip. So we can assume that Thor and Hulk are going to become friends again and escape this planet. We will likely see the Hulk talk. We've seen him say minimal things, but we'll likely see him actually in a coherent state of mind. And this is probably very much a Hulk movie, not a Bruce Banner movie, which is the opposite of the other films so far. That he will likely be Hulk for a majority, if not all, of this film. And while Thor's gone, this is where the Ragnarok piece comes in. That Loki is likely trying to trigger the destruction of Asgard. He's a little bitter, he's a little upset, and now he's in complete control, meaning he can open the gates to whoever he wants to. Ragnarok, if you didn't know, is a term from Norse mythology, which basically means end of the world, that it is the apocalypse. And so we've seen old paintings of Ragnarok. It's very much embedded in folklore, but now we're seeing a comic book version of that. We can assume that this is going to mean huge armies, monsters, things barreling down on the walls of Asgard. There has been concept art that they showed at Comic-Con that we haven't seen, which supposedly showcases both Fenris the wolf, which is a giant wolf-like god monster, and Surtur, which is a fire demon, and both of them are very much heavily tied into Ragnarok and the end of the world. So the idea of huge monsters and demons and things attacking Asgard, not out of the question. The actual villain of this movie is actually a character called Hela, which is the Asgardian goddess of death, basically, that when people die, she takes them and kind of has all their souls. She's played by Cate Blanchett. And this is going to be interesting because we really haven't seen a female villain, at least not one that's this powerful. So it'll be interesting to see either she's going to want the souls of all these people, or she's going to use all the souls of the dead and have a zombie army that marches on Asgard. I'm not quite sure what she's going to want in this movie, but I think it's going to be a fascinating villain. We have two other people that have been cast that we want to make sure we figure out where they fit in this puzzle. The first one is a character called Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson from Creed. Valkyrie is basically a warrior Asgardian, but one who takes the souls of warriors and takes them to a place called Valhalla, which is where kind of the elite get to go, where the commoners, anyone else that dies, goes to hell with Hela. So Valkyrie either will be the arch nemesis of Hela, no, you cannot take them, or is somehow a servant, underling, something that has to kind of work with Hela, either on purpose or because of the situation. Not quite sure where Valkyrie's gonna fit, but we'll see. We also got casting for a character called Scourge the Executioner, played by Carl Urban. We don't really know much about what Scourge is going to do here, but he is traditionally an enemy of Thor. So we can assume he will somehow be on the other end of this fight. So what do you think of all that so far? Does it sound interesting? Does it sound like there's too much going on? Does it sound like mixing the Planet Hulk with the Ragnarok is too much? Do you feel like this is going to be really amazing? Are you more excited for Planet Hulk? Are you more excited for Ragnarok? Which piece of the puzzle are you more excited about? What do you think about this movie in general? For me, the Thor movies have been probably my least favorite franchise in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but this movie is getting me really excited. So let me know in the comments what you think so far, and make sure to stay right here because as we get closer, we will definitely be talking much, much more about this. Thanks for watching.
I've care how you speak. Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard, and he is my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.